Today we're doing an alavestibuloplasty. This dog has a severe stenotic nerves. There's almost no space there. So I just wanted to show you what the alavestibuloplasty is. Before, we used to take a wedge of tissue here, and then, it will open the nose quite a lot. But the one thing that we don't address is the nasal vestibule, which is this big bit of tissue there, which is, as you can see, obstructing most of the airway. So unfortunately, if we just address the external part of the nerve, we're still going to have a problem. So the alavestibuloplasty aim is to address both the nasal vestibule as well as the alar fold. So what we're going to do is we're going to make an incision in here, and we're going to remove all of that excess tissue there, and then we're going to address the external nasal fold. All right, so the alavestibuloplasty is a little bit more brutal. So we're going to find the vestibule, and we're just going to clamp it. And then we're going to grab an 11 blade. Just going to introduce it quite deeply, and we're just going to make a horizontal cut. That, and then what we're going to do is we're going to rotate our hemostat and do the same thing but from the top. And as you can see, that's how much tissue comes out. Now it does bleed a lot, so you just need to be ready to address that with swabs. So that's with the vestibule. Now we can address the nerve, which is still quite stenotic. So we can just grab and just like that, you can see how much you've opened that nostril head. That's all. You can see how elongated this soft palate is. If you want to know how long it should be, you can just fold it in itself, and that gives you a perspective of how much you should trim it, so kind of where it kinks. Some of the textbook says unto the caudal aspect of the tonsillar crypt, but that's a bit too conservative, so we need to take more than that. And then obviously you can see here the big tonsils there, which we're going to remove. That's probably what we're going to do first. So what we tend to do is just exteriorize them, and then we just clamp them. And the reason we clamp them is because there's a good vessel just on the caudal aspect of the crypt of the tonsil, and it does like to bleed, so I just clamp it and leave it there for a bit, and then we're going to do our staphylectomy. So we've removed both tonsils, and we've done an H-plasty, which involves not only removing length of the soft palate but thickness as well. And as you can see the arytenoids and the epiglottis just able to touch there, which is what we want.
Rigorous.